Hey Marvel fans, we are back with another installment of WandaVision. Yes, we're going to break the fourth wall with episode number 7.
There's no time to waste, so let's roll that intro. All right, not to sound like a broken record, but it's that time once again. Time for you to hit that like button.
Punch that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Ooh. Oh, wireless controllers. What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
There's a missing kid.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, The Office. Yeah, it's The Office. Yeah. I guess that's the 2000s, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this.
I did not expect The Office either.
You're late for rehearsal with the escape.
Oh, the escape artist. She's always wearing purple.
Yeah. No,
Agatha.
it's gotta be, eh? It just makes sense. It really does.
Yeah.
Well, it's like reverting back to like old school.
Yep.
Mm,
Maybe it's just a metaphor that she wants things to be the way they used to be.
could be. Jeez.
Can't because it's a costume.
She's like losing herself.
She's losing control.
Oh yeah.
Ralph says I sugarcoat things, but you try telling a 10-year-old that his mother is 2 people Cocoa Puff.
Her whole plan is to take a rover in there. That was basically.
Well, to break through it probably now.
Yeah, I guess. It's radiation resistant, right?
We'll see. Oh. Having trouble.
What happened to sailing right through?
She's gonna get her powers here.
She's gonna do it. Okay.
This is definitely her getting
Gotta get
rewritten,
powers.
getting her powers
For sure. Yeah. Good way to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
New take on it.
yeah.
Oh, you can see.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
For sure.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Look at the
Oh,
eyes.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same colors as her suit for Kenneth?
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
it's like black and white.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, she's totally wearing like
Her suit.
yeah.
All you do is lie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here's the powers.
Yeah. Microphone. Oh, it's so good. So good. Is Ralph down here? This looks very Mephisto type scenario.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Lovely to finally meet. And I killed Sparky too.
Jeez. Interesting. All I can say is wow, there's a lot to digest in that episode. It's pretty heavy.
It's all starting to come together at least.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
And we were right about some of our predictions.
Yeah, I get
Which is surprising.
Yeah.
But we got something right.
we're not known for a whole lot, but that was good.
Agatha,
Harkness, yeah, I get the Harkness.
and also we were also right about Monica.
Yes. With Monica, so getting her powers, right? Which is, and she, what she's going to be called, hard to say. She's had a couple different aliases, right? So Photon, Spectrum, and she was also Captain Marvel for a little bit. But if I'm going to guess, I'm leaning towards Spectrum. That's kind of seems like
It makes sense for what
Yeah.
what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her her powers differently than they did in the comics.
Yeah.
But which is good. Like you don't have to see everything coming that way.
No.
They can do their own little twist on it. But we kind of guessed it was coming.
Yeah, exactly. I liked it because I mean, walking through the thing and just kind of getting, well, they kind of teased it because they talked about the molecular genetic structure is changing.
And who
right?
knew if that was going to actually set it up for one more time through there, or if she
Yeah.
did go into space at some point and something happened. But
Exactly.
But we knew it was coming. It's
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a great way of just doing it. To me, I'm happy about that. That's a good way. So what else? We're talking about Agatha. So she's a okay. If anyone doesn't know who she is, just a little comic lore with her. She was a Salem witch, basically, and that's where she was from. She's old. So they're making her. So obviously, she's portrayed a little younger in the show.
Or
But-
maybe it's just an illusion.
Yeah, it could be. She's good at illusions. She's good at mesmerizing people, things like that. So that's kind of her magical powers. Now the question is she the one pulling the strings? I know we've talked about this.
I still don't think she is.
Yeah.
Like I think, well, maybe she's pulling the strings on Wanda,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a reason she's pulling the strings.
Yeah.
And whether she's been being manipulated or she's doing it to manipulate Wanda for the greater good or for some other reason,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's still a bigger baddie or bigger.
Yeah.
There's something else coming.
Yeah. And the thing with Agatha is that she has been known to guide Wanda. She's been there to help her throughout the comics, and part of her thing is to teach her more magic. So because Wanda's, we saw in Age of Ultron, she got her powers through genetic.
She's a mutant.
Yeah, genetic manipulation, basically, right? In the movies. So this could be a way of Agatha teaching her like actual magic, kind of like Doctor Strange and things like that.
So she's gonna have all these extra powers and
Yes.
become even that much more powerful.
Yeah. So I think that I'm leaning towards that's what it is. I don't think Agatha is evil. I don't think she's trying to. She's not. I don't think she's pulling the strings.
No, and there's still so many unanswered questions. Like,
Oh, sweet.
we still don't know who Ralph is because it keeps getting referred to, and we
Yeah.
don't know who Ralph is.
Yeah.
Ralph is somebody.
Yeah, and you know what? If it is it Mephisto? I mean, it's pointing towards it because I think there's too many connections with Agatha and Wanda and Mephisto. There's just so much.
And even all the connections to going back, little references, maybe not to him himself, but to the movie, but Age of Ultron. And
Mhm.
Ultron might be involved somehow here as well.
Yeah. That one theory that we had heard about, you were talking about Ultron and possibly Hayward.
Yes.
That thing.
And it kind of makes sense too that he's really after Vision, or for whatever reason he wants to get to Vision,
Yeah.
and we don't know the reason, if it's good or bad. So one way we can speculate on the bad side is Ultron wants to get even with him.
Yeah, and the thing with Ultron, I think is that maybe we forget about is that he is AI intelligence, right? So, well, double saying it there, but he might want Vision's body to put his AI into it. Like I was thinking about that. That's a
Good theory.
possibility.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That makes sense.
So I mean, and in the comics, Ultron did take a human form, at some point. So he could be Hayward. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if that's.
I'm thinking Hayward is somebody who's not on the good side there. He's manipulating things, and he's just a little too aggressive
Mhm.
in wanting to get things done his way for his own purpose.
Well, and in this episode, he didn't have much of a part this time around, but he talked about, is it ready? That was that comment, right? He was talking to his number 2 there.
Yeah.
So they got something planned.
Yeah.
What it is, we don't know, but yeah, Hayward's something. Yeah, I feel like it's got something to do with Ultron, because 2 different things when they talked about the Nexus and that commercial, that weirdo depression commercial. So the Nexus, if we're going back to the movies, Age of Ultron, the Nexus is what Tony Stark hacked to get Jarvis's intelligence out of there, to get kind of Vision back, right? So, or started or whatever. So that could be part of it. But the other the thing in comics, the Nexus is also a gateway to the multi-dimensional thing like that. So there's other ideas behind that. I don't know. Could be either way. There's so much ways you can.
Yeah, they
take
could
this.
still go in a million different directions here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually.
There was actually quite a bit going on in this episode
Mhm.
that, and it didn't give us all the answers by any means, but there's so much stuff going on, and they furthered the story along. They still gave us technically an episodic, I should say,
Yeah.
type episode of a 2000s TV show.
Yeah, which one we had?
We were thinking The Office.
Yeah, the other one I was thinking about maybe was part of a cross between Modern Family and The Office.
See, and I haven't watched much Modern Family.
I've only
so
watched a little
I
bit
don't
of
know.
stuff,
It could be that.
Yeah, but the name tags of The Office and the way they were.
It could be
Yeah.
like some of them seem like they're almost like a hybrid of other shows. So it could be taking a little from everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different. They're breaking the fourth wall, talking to the camera.
Oh, that was
And visions actually were quite comical.
super funny. Paul Bettany's he's great.
He's a great actor.
Oh,
Like
so good.
ever since Knight's Tale,
Yeah,
you got to see him start stretching his comedic chops,
that's a
and
great.
he's not just a serious actor. He's got some
Mhm.
good comedic chops.
Oh yeah, no, that's a quality movie. He's just a good actor, you know. But I mean, really, in all the MCU, all the actors have been good. Like,
They've been cast perfectly
Yeah.
for their parts. I don't know if they go in ahead of time thinking they know exactly who they want, or if they actually, I don't know what their casting process is, if they actually cast these people, but they're getting their castings right.
it's just it's awesome, really. So what are your thoughts on Where Are the Kids, Billy and Tommy?
You know, there was just so much going on at the end there, because we didn't know who was controlling what, because when they had the director talk to Wanda, it sounded like a man's voice.
Oh yeah,
So, was that...
illusions. It's it was obviously.
Yeah, but this, like I said, there's still so much more, and are they really showing us yet what's really going on? Like, there still could be some major twists here. So, the boys, you had mentioned before that they were created by
like
Mephisto.
Mephisto, yeah,
Out of his
fractures of his soul. So I mean, like,
is he involved? And if
Yeah.
so, maybe he has them.
yeah, and in the comics, the kids get wiped out. Like that had Mephisto had to get these fractures of his soul back. So Agatha was there to console Wanda. So I'm wondering if this is playing into that old storyline. So like that just kind of
Well, they do still take elements, it seems like,
Yeah.
from the stories, so they put their own little twists on it.
yeah.
That is completely possible.
Like Mephisto's a dark character. I'm not gonna lie. He's not a good guy. So I mean, and that's it's a little creepy thing about he's taking souls of these kids, right? Like, so it's, I mean, if that's the way they're going, I mean, they could be, right? Because they did say leading into Doctor Strange, it was going to be kind of a dark type
Well,
movie.
they're
right?
definitely going in that direction. Like when she went down to that basement, it was that kind of creepy. You didn't know what was coming, and you had mentioned it's almost like demonic.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of the direction they're going in.
Oh yeah.
It could get pretty damn dark.
Well, if you have Salem witch involved in it, obviously there's something going on magic wise, right? So yeah, I think, yeah, if that's the direction they're going, I mean, it's cool. It's a different way. It's not a guy from space like Thanos coming in and
No,
wrecking the world. It's not a artificial intelligence Ultron. You know, I mean, this is a totally different type of baddie, right? So, I mean, but it has to be, like, I mean, Agatha's not. I don't think Agatha is the bad person. Like, I think she's here to help somehow.
in her own
Way.
way, yeah.
Yeah. So the other one thing, we've got teased the aerospace engineer.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was, like you said, that was a letdown.
Oh yeah.
We were thinking maybe Reed Richards.
Yeah.
But maybe they're teasing that in general.
Well, I
Because
think
you had said also that Agatha has been tied heavily to Fantastic Four as well.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just kind of teasing it along, and maybe that will come along and come to fruition because they're going to be part of this universe pretty soon here.
You know, I read something also, and like I said, we've always talked about trying not to read too much spoilers, but just reading some articles, like after an episode has appeared, I kind of like try and read some theory a little bit.
Yeah.
But the one thing they said about the aerospace engineer was that it was European. So to me, I don't remember where that was mentioned in the episodes, and
I don't recall that.
but that's what I was reading. I read it on quite a few articles, so I was like, where is this? But the only European aerospace engineer would be Doctor Doom.
And we had mentioned that even before.
We did
too.
talk about that. I know.
So something tying into the Fantastic Four would not surprise me. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's coming, and they're gonna drop something within the next few shows here. For
Yeah.
certain characters are gonna start popping in because we've heard rumors about other possible X-Men and things like that possibly dropping into some of these series, even as alternate versions of themselves
Yeah.
down the road.
So Pietro, is he just an Agatha creation?
Well, he was there.
He was there. Well, at the very end when that
he
little
was there.
clip.
Yeah, at the mid credit scene there. He kind of creepy the way he came up like that.
Well, yeah.
But we also seen that Agatha was manipulating and controlling him when he met with Wanda
Yeah.
for the first time again.
Well, the effects I like is that they show like her purple.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that she's always wearing purple, and that was a good indicator that she's Agatha, right? Because she's
Yeah,
always,
I just noticed every single outfit she had purple in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, and that ties in with Agatha.
oh yeah, and then when she uses her magic, she's got the purple effect on it, and then when Wanda uses hers, it's red, right? So you get that effect of when someone's kind of being controlled, which is kind of cool because it lets you know what's happening, right?
The only thing, we didn't see, like, because they were showing the scenes where she was manipulating people. Last episode when Vision was talking to her,
No, yeah.
he didn't show her using her powers.
Well, she did something there though.
But she did
made
do
him,
something.
She
Yes.
made him think that there was nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah,
So she was somehow manipulating him. And was he looking away at the time? Maybe he was looking away. That's why.
he might have been doing this and looking out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
why we didn't. That was their way of disguising what she was
Yeah,
doing.
and that's true. I thought about that.
Yeah,
but
because I was looking, I was like, well, how did we not see that? But maybe he was looking away, and it
yeah.
was showing whatever he was looking at.
Well, definitely.
Because he might have been looking out towards the border of the.
Oh, the hex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different ways that they can go. Like I don't know. I mean,
But there's only 2 episodes left,
Yeah.
so they're gonna have to really start tying things
Yeah.
in together here fast. You got Darcy inside the hex with Vision. Well, she was with Vision
yeah.
before they got to that 4-way stop.
School crossing.
Yeah.
It works. But no, I think yeah. I mean, we got 2 episodes, and if there's that teased supposedly 10th episode, that's
Is there?
well, I've read that a few times now. They said that there's teaser might be a possible 10th episode.
That would kind of.
Nine's a weird number of episodes.
Well,
isn't it?
it's. I'm fine with it being 9.
Yeah.
Like, but just tell us if there's 10.
Yeah.
Like what
I don't know, unless yeah.
because we'll be here for another week watching, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like we got anything better to do.
Well,
with
exactly.
Everything that's going on in the world, but
COVID times, we just watch TV.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I like I said, 2 episodes. They amped it up here though. This episode was amped up. It was good. So I mean, we needed that. I mean, I
Well,
think,
you knew things were going to start
Yeah.
unraveling because they had to, because we only have so much time left, and you want to have some quality. You can't just drop quickly and not have any
oh yeah.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
There's lots of breadcrumbs still. And there's even more drop today, so
Oh yeah.
there's a lot more to guess as to actually what's going to happen, and we'll see if we're even close on
Wow.
on some of our bigger theories still with Mephisto. And,
Well, yeah. I mean, but honestly, like the show from how it started, right? It's just been getting better. Like I honestly, I'm impressed.
I like the way they did it because
Yeah.
like we had mentioned really early on with the first couple episodes that there is people who were thinking that this wasn't very good or not really leading anywhere in these TV shows or just kind of like what is this doing? Well, it was well written because
Yeah.
it was leading into something
Absolutely.
and it's every episode has just picked up that gained a little bit more momentum and picked up and it's really picking up.
Oh, yeah.
And if it continues that way for the next 2 episodes, the next 2 episodes are going to be pretty intense, I think. Here.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've always loved the kind of like a mid-season or like I guess they're a little past mid-season, but that little reveal where you kind of see behind the curtain and then there's Agatha pulling strings, right? And I always love that in shows and when they do that because it just gives you like, oh okay, oh that makes sense now. It throws the puzzle pieces a little tighter and you know what's going on. So, but I want more. Just
Well,
wait for
I
it.
think we're gonna get a heck of a lot more. There's not any doubt because there's so many things to be answered yet, and
yeah.
I'm assuming that they're going to answer them all this season. I don't know if there's they haven't announced anything about any second seasons with any of these shows. I doubt that there will be.
I think they're all just gonna be like one-offs.
I
Just
think
that's-
so.
That's
So
it.
we're going to get our answers here in
Mhm.
the end of the season. So they have a lot of stuff to go through, and I'm sure that they're going to leave a little bit of mystery going into whatever they're tying into, whether it be the Spider-Man movie or the
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. There's going to be more stuff.
So here's one little question. if you have the big baddie at the end, say it's Mephisto. We're using that as an example.
Sure. You
reveal him. Maybe you wait till next episode. Maybe it's the end episode. But do you just ace him out right away without really seeing him through a thing, or is that leading into something bigger? You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like.
So how does he tie? Does he tie in with Secret Wars or
nothing like that? He's battled like Fantastic Four. He's battled battled Spider-Man. So he's battled a lot of he's battled Doctor Strange.
So maybe he does. He might just tie into this phase,
Yeah.
this portion of the phase, right?
Yeah.
The multiverse might just be this phase 4, and they might into phase 5 be the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So
that's possible.
He might just be building towards something big here.
Because
Marvel has it mapped out, and
we don't
know. Well, no, and we don't. That's nice because you don't
Mm-hmm.
just know the story, and you just can't assume what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't want to go in knowing everything.
No, me either.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, if Mephisto is the end guy, and that's where they go, and they leave it like we don't get a resolution on it, I'm fine with that. Because if it leads into the movies, and it ties into Doctor Strange, and it ties into Spider-Man.
I think we discussed before with the Spider-Man talk that the Spider-Man movie is supposed to be something huge.
Yeah.
Well, if this is all tying into that,
Yeah.
and building up from that and into Doctor Strange, into these big movies,
Yeah.
I think they're going to build these characters up, and even with the Falcon and Winter Soldier and shows like that, the way the other movies had done the phase 1, 2, and 3, and told their little side stories, but there was always pieces that came into play for the overall story. I think they're doing a good job of that. I think they're already doing that again here. Obviously, we're gonna get over here. Well, we get Mephisto, or with Falcon, Winter Soldier. We maybe get something else, but they're all gonna tie in together, and we're gonna get another big, epic movie, which will lead to phase 5. I'm not sure if they got past phase 5 or if they're in the 6th phase, but phase 5 might be the their big culmination. But they have a lot of story to tell here. And that makes sense with all these TV shows. They can still tie in
leading into it.
Yeah, they don't have to do the big movies, because the movies themselves already they've got all these characters established. They're trying to introduce some new characters, and you don't want to just throw in we'll do the Spider-Man 3 analogy. You don't want to throw all these characters into the mix into a movie, and then you get too many ingredients in the pot, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
If you have all these little shows and you start introducing things and throwing into the mix, I think it'll just flow a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to get.
No, and I like that. I mean, like subtle introductions. You got Monica subtly throw her powers in there. You tease it, then you show it. And we haven't seen her full use yet. The kind of glowing eyes.
They just show us that she's got some powers now.
Yeah, and when she's going to reveal them, maybe it's next episode, maybe it's the episode after. But I'm excited for that. See what she can do. That's always something cool coming along with these MCU shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to come yet.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of big surprises yet. They've said that there's a Luke Skywalker level moment cameo in the series. And who could it be? Like, who's going to tie into all this? Do we get the rippling open effect of the other multiverses from starting in this show? If that's the case, we can literally see anybody from any other universe that's happened. Like from Spider-Man to the X-Men to who knows who we're going to get.
Like, we were originally thinking Doctor Strange. I don't think it's going to be Doctor Strange. I'm changing my tune on it. I think it's going to be somebody completely different.
Well, I'm not sure if I said on the air. I don't remember if we were talking about, but what if Deadpool?
No, he's a
What if Deadpool is the guy who's just going to pop up in everything here and there?
That'd be interesting.
Like, that's
Deadpool.
He could be the guy who be breaking the fourth wall.
He's on the fourth wall.
And just popping up everywhere, because maybe he just gets sucked into all these multiverses.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because they're going to start tying him in, and I think he's going to be a bigger part of this universe than we think.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, that's a good theory. I mean, you never know. You heard from this guy right here.
Because he likes to talk the fourth wall, and he can kind of go, off the ball.
Yeah.
And really bring. I think he can tie things together. Well, because he doesn't have to be the main character. He can just be popping up here and there throughout the.
But they said they're doing a Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's there's no doubt that's happening.
I don't know. That's another story topic.
Yeah, we'll have to get to that one of these days.
Exactly.
Well, that was another amped up episode of WandaVision. Things are really picking up. We don't know where things are going to go from here, but there's a lot of breadcrumbs still out there. We got a lot of information this episode. Still a ton to come. See what happens in the next 2.
Yeah, very exciting, and we are looking forward to finishing the puzzle, I guess. And we got 2 left, maybe 3, hopefully so. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.